Flores goes for a little walk. Not time to walk, right, Joe? I'm going to jump on your side here. You got the man cut, and it's round 10. You got 50 seconds left. There's a lot of time.
Yeah, if you're in the corner, you're going, all right, why don't you go after that cut? Because I'll tell you what, if you can make a cut worse by landing some good shots on it, that fight could get stopped if it's in a dangerous spot.
Not in a good spot there. You can see right the eyelid just below the eyebrow. So Leo Santa Cruz cut, and on the result of an accidental headbutt, but probably winning most rounds.
And usually when you get cut as well, you know, that does something to you. Like, it may affect Santa Cruz. It may blur his vision for a second, and Flores may be able to throw a good right hand himself and hurt Santa Cruz.
But you might want to ask Larry about this, but I think if they went to the scorecards, accidental headbutt, if it came to that, they'd go to the scorecards, and, I think Santa Cruz would be way ahead.
After 4 rounds, yes. And we're through 10 rounds here in our co-feature.
We're going to get a good shot at it here. Yeah, that's in the eyelid, and it's on the side of the eyelid. So here we go. Here's where they both jab, short jab, and then look, just a little bit of movement inside. That's all it took. As Flores was starting a right uppercut, okay? And then we're gonna pull out of the clinch right here. And there it is. There's the blood dripping already. That's how quickly it can happen. And it looked very incidental and innocuous, but that's a nasty cut right there in the eyelid. But I guarantee they got the best cut medicines in the corner.
And here's our upcoming schedule. Jamal Charlo against Dennis Hogan. You can see that December 7th on Showtime. Tony Harrison and Jermell Charlo, December 21st. You can see that on Fox. And then there it is, Gervonta Davis, Yuri Gamboa, PBC on Showtime, December 28th. So if you want to match up and say, hey, who do you like in a proposed big-time showdown fight, Leo Santa Cruz or Gervonta Davis? You get a look at that now. Leo Santa Cruz having a good night. But look at Flores. Flores has thrown that many more power punches. Interesting. Landed shots in favor of Santa Cruz. Round 11 co-feature here. Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz coming up next. Heavyweight championship of the world. Brian Kenny with Lennox Lewis and Joe Goossen. Leo Santa Cruz putting him in good work in his debut at 130 pounds.
And I hope they counted that. Great right hand that Leo Santa Cruz just landed when he first came out when the bell rang. It was a beaut. And he's just been landing that all night long. Well, that's a good little work by Flores right there. He landed a jab and a double hook.
Right to the body. Now he engages in the clinch, unfortunately.
And through this whole fight, I haven't seen Leo Santa Cruz engage in any clinch. He's not a clincher.
No.
He's a puncher.
Flores saying he got hit in the back of the head. Santa Cruz is going to throw. He's going to clinch with him. He is going to throw. Joe, you just mentioned the start of the round for Santa Cruz. We're going to take a look back on it here on the left.
Santa Cruz just steps in with a good boom right hand right off the jab. And see, but Flores was looking to counter with his right uppercut, which kind of left him open because he left his left hand down.
Good counter shot there by Flores, went to the body. Still able to throw that with some decent leverage halfway through round 11.
And Flores, he went with that punch. He didn't really take that punch full 100%. Which is important, not to take a punch at that fullness. He was able to
He was trying to roll and come back.
Yeah, roll with it and come back. Yeah.
But I'll tell you, if he took 70% of it, that's too much for my taste.
Final minute here in round 11.
And the cut man did a great job in the corner of Santa Cruz because we don't even see any blood coming out of that eye, and he just got hit on it with a good straight right hand by Flores. That's Ramon.
Morales, working that cut in the corner. You're absolutely right. Did a great job on that. During the round, though, if it gets mussed up a little bit, then it'll start to bleed again. But it really hasn't changed the tenor of this fight.
But sometimes the second application, really stems the flow of the blood. But right now, let come out. It's just a fair trickle. And there goes Santa Cruz hitting behind the head there. And Tony Weeks has warned them both about doing it.
Final seconds of the 11th round. And Leo Santa Cruz against bantamweight, super bantamweight, featherweight champion of the world, now at 130. And everyone should be wary of this man if you are in that weight class. Heavyweight championship is next. Deontay Wilder looking for his 10th title defense. Ready to go backstage. Luis Ortiz coming up next.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing the right thing by punching up because Deontay is 6'7", he's tall, he boxes tall too. So, you know, there's no use him going into a fight throwing at Deontay's chest. You better throw a lot higher.
He's thinking fights up here. Yeah, fights up here. Nice easy work there by Luis Ortiz. Again, he's got a solid amateur background. He is very solid. Oh, here we go. What do we think? Lennox versus the Bronze Bomber. 6'5" versus 6'7".
What a matchup. What a matchup.
Final round. Let's cheer him on as they enter the center of the ring. This is round 12.
Final round here. Joe Goossen, what happens in that fight? Lennox and Deontay.
Don't dare ask me.
Well, I'm not going to ask Lennox. He's too humble.
I was just going to point out one thing. It did say next to Lennox's name, undisputed heavyweight champion.
Thank you.
And that's saying something.
Thank you.
They're both great fighters, no doubt. But that's a hell of an accomplishment.
Oh, yeah.
Being the undisputed heavyweight champion.
That's it.
Listen,
It takes a lot.
listen, I'm not disputing that.
Jordan Plant.
That day and age too, as it does now. Round 12 in this
Yeah.
co-feature. Leo Santa Cruz using twin wins seemingly here. He had that eye cut, but that was from an accidental headbutt. That was a good jab on the way and really jarred Flores as he came in.
And I will say Deontay Wilder's definitely got a chance, better than a chance of becoming undisputed heavyweight.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
We'll have to see what happens in 2 weeks. Luis Joshua is a rematch. Tyson Fury in the wings. There'll be a rematch there with Wilder and Fury. That was a draw, but Wilder would point out, hey, I put him down twice. He didn't put me down. Fury, of course, won many rounds in that fight. Great job of boxing. So we have these big, charismatic heavyweights. They can all talk, they can all fight. It'll be exciting to see them as they go through what we hope will be some sort of round robin tonight. Deontay Wilder rematching with Luis Ortiz, and Ortiz gave Wilder everything he could handle in their first matchup, especially in the 7th round that Wilder barely survived. So Joe Goossen, do you like Santa Cruz at 130? Does he carry everything the way he needs to?
Well, I don't think his talent is diminished at all. You know, the only thing that you would say, look, first off, Santa Cruz is beats you through attrition.
Right.
And if he gets somebody that's going to sit in the pocket with him or even box him a little bit, he's got answers for everything. So I think wherever he goes, it's just because he's got a great defense as well. So even if he fights stronger guys, he's going to most likely be better at technique in the ring no matter who he fights. He's just one of those one-of-a-kind guys that can do it all.
Final 30 seconds of this final round. Again, it's never a question if Santa Cruz is going to put on a good performance, is he going to be in shape, is he going to be ready? No. The answer is yes to all of that. He wants bigger challenges, he wants big fights, and you want to see this man fight, no question.
Santa Cruz just threw like 3, 4, 5 jabs in a row. Really nice.
Flores starts to open up a little bit, too little, too late. Now Santa Cruz looking to close the show. If you want to trade, let's do that. Thrill the crowd a little bit. He's used to doing that. Big hug, good sportsmanship, and an outstanding effort by the featherweight champion. Mutual respect there in the ring after 12 hard rounds and just expected rounds by the 3-division champion. Early on, Joe, it looked like Flores might make some trouble. I know you thought it would change and go Santa Cruz's way. You were absolutely right. But let's go back to how the fight started.
All right. Yeah, exactly what. Look at that right hand, right off the rip.
La Africa.
You know, Flores took some chances early, but then he said, you know, I had enough of the body shots. Here comes Santa Cruz again. Again, he's going to find the openings wherever you're at. And, you know, Flores made a good effort trying to counter, but he grabbed on too much. And here's a great combo by Santa Cruz.
And here you see the back and forth between Flores and Santa Cruz. And this is where, you know, Flores holds Santa Cruz and not allowing that right hand to get out, because he realized he's being hit by that right hand, so he's holding it. And this is where he got a point taken away. And this is where Santa Cruz opens up a little bit, where Flores is on the ropes trying to get away. And back and forth. Referee stepped in there at the right time.
Take a look at the copy box stats. Leo Santa Cruz outlanding Miguel Flores. Flores throwing more punches and by a pretty wide margin, so he was busy. I'm a bit surprised by that, but Santa Cruz, again, landing more shots, very busy as well. Game effort by Miguel Flores, but just kind of outgunned against that man, a superior world championship talent. So Leo Santa Cruz looking to go to 37-1-1. Let's go.
Sexy girl.
Super featherweight champion of the world, El Terremoto, Leo Santa Cruz.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, one judge had it 7-5.
Right, but the other two had it right. 117, 111.
I'm just pointing out, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing out.
Well, yeah, but you know, look, is that not typical in boxing? You can get that a lot.
Look at this nigger.
You get two scores that seem to be the right ones, and one that's a little bit closer. Just how they interpret it. But I think the last two are the best with the right scores.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Heidi Androl is in with the champ now. Heidi?
Thank you very much, Brian. Well, I hope you made some room at home for a little more hard work. Congratulations. I know how much this opportunity, this move up meant to you. What is this moment like for you?
It means the world to me, you know. Thank you to all the fans for the support. This is for you guys. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have done this. But, you know, today, there's no excuses, but I didn't feel myself today. I didn't perform like I wanted to, but I'm going to keep working the gym, and I'm going to come back. And in 2020, I won the big fight. I won Gary Russell. I won Gervonta Davis in 2020.
Why do you think you didn't feel yourself? Was it the move to 130? Was it being at this weight, or was there something else?
There was something else, but I don't like putting excuses. I don't like putting excuses, but I didn't feel myself today. But, you know, I'm glad I got the victory. Miguel's a great fighter. He came and gave me a tough fight. Like I said, the people that saw him know that he's not a pushover, that he came to fight, and that's what he proved. So, Miguel, congratulations, Miguel, for giving me a great fight.
Well, you put on a great fight, too. In terms of this one, you know, you have to decide. The WBA will mandate whether you remain the featherweight champion or you stay at 130 pounds and stick with that belt that's around your shoulder as the super featherweight champion. What do you want to do?
I want to stick at 130. I want to stick at 130, but in close, we're going to improve. We're going to go to the gym and work what we didn't do in this fight, and we won the big fight in 2020. We won, like I said, I won Gary Russell or Gervonta Davis.
Gervonta's obviously moving up. You would want Gervonta Davis to move back down to 130 pounds for that fight, I take it.
Of course, if he's willing to move down, or I'll go up to 135 and fight him. But, you know, we got to make that fight happen.
You would go up to 135 and fight him?
Yes, of course, I'll move up there.
Make it 5.
Yes, make it 5, and I'm going to show the world that I'm not scared of nobody.
I like it. Congratulations on a great win. You join an amazing class of fighters, the 5th Mexican to win titles in 4 divisions. Brian, we'll send it back to you.
Heidi, thank you. Leo Santa Cruz staying on message about the 2 fighters he wants next. Made a good statement here at 130 pounds, fighting off a very game Miguel Flores. Leo Santa Cruz wins our co-feature. Go to Kate.
Thank you very much, Brian. Well, it seems like just about everyone is talking about tonight's heavyweight main event, including, that's right, Ray Mancini's favorite musician, Justin Bieber.
Yes, we're here with one of the top heavyweights today, Adam Babyface Kavnowski. How'd I do? It's good. Thank you for having me.
What the heck do you know about Justin Bieber at your age?
I don't, but
I like that song. How's that? For some reason, I thought it would go over better.
Now that Ray has completely stolen my introduction, welcome along, Adam Kovnatsky. Great to see you with us. Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz, the big rematch about to start, of course. It took them a while to get going in that first fight. They won't need that feeling out phase this time around.
Yeah, a good fight. Round 8, right? It was 7. So
Round 7 was the sticky one for Deontay Wilder.
So 8 now, right? Or
Yeah. You guys stopped him in 10.
oh, so 11 round.
11 rounds.
Yeah, 11 rounds coming up.
Number 11.
So is that your prediction? What do you think is going to happen in this fight?
Yeah, this is gonna be if I put my money on it, I have Wilder by knockout.
Wilder in the knockout.
Have you put any money on it? We're in Vegas.
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Okay. Guys?
I want to know, listen, what's your energy like right now? I asked you before, do you watch fights a lot? You watch the heavyweight division. What do you think about the heavyweight division right now?
It's packed. I think we have a lot of great matchups to be made, and can't wait for 2020. You know, hopefully put myself in line for a title shot, and can't wait to showcase my skills.
Yeah, I mean, PBC absolutely stacked right now with heavyweight options, so we're really looking forward to seeing who you get into the ring against next. Give me your predictions, please. Ray, let's start with you. Main event.
Wilder in knockout before number 7.
Wilder on the 7th.
Oh,
You're always passing the buck because you've been absolutely awful with predictions
everybody's
recently.
saying Wilder. Bomb Squad. 1, 2,
I can't do that.
Bomb Squad!
Sean, it's not lost on me
I mean,
that you
he
still
loves
have not
Paul
given me a
Sausage.
prediction, mate.
That wasn't
Oh,
enough.
that was your prediction?
Yeah.
Already, Deontay loves Polish sausage, so there has to be something with it, you know.
All right, Adam Kovnatsky, wonderful to see you. Thank you for dropping in.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Enjoy the main event. Deontay Wilder knocking out opponents at a monumental pace right now. His 95% KO ratio is top all-time amongst heavyweights, and he'll bump that up even further if he can stop Luis Ortiz the second time tonight. Do not forget, though, the first fight against the Cuban, it was no easy outing. In fact, it was a contender for Fight of the Year.
This is round number 10.
The heavyweight championship of the world on the line.
Right uppercut, and it's over. Mamma mia, Deontay Wilder has done it.
How much have you thought about that 10th round?
Mucha pesadilla.
All it takes is one shot for Deontay Wilder.
He should have nightmares and wet dreams as well, too. It was a horrible moment for him, but a sexy moment for me.
2 undefeated knockout artists here at Barclays Center in New York.
I've seen this fight probably about 20 times. Nobody didn't want to fight Luis Ortiz then, and they still don't.
Ortiz unloading on Deontay Wilder in the 7th round.
7th round, I consider this the toughest.
He's on inline skates. And now Ortiz on the offensive.
No, para nada. Eso es planes que se hacen en el entrenamiento.
I can't think of any other fight that I had to challenge myself mentally.
Seguir tirando mejor.
Will he survive the round? He does.
All right, man, did you see me talking going back to the corner? I said, you got to do more than that. And then coming out in the 8th round, getting myself back together. The 9th round, I'm well told. 10th round, knockout time.
A big right hand shakes Ortiz.
Bombs away from the Bronx Bombers.
Yo digo que no fue culpa mía. Eso son cosas del destino y eso pasa. Si el tiempo vuelve atrás, iba a pasar lo mismo. Ese no era mi día.
You know, when two people get in there, they know each other from the first meeting. And the one that got his ass whooped don't want to get in there again. Go.
Lo que pasó. Lo que tengo en mente es para el presente. I will be the next heavyweight champion.
The second time around, the same result are going to happen, just in a dramatic and faster fashion.
Sabe que ninguno de nosotros va a llegar a un 2 asaltos. It's knockout, or him or me.
If I ain't did what I wanted to do, and the first time, the second time, just watch. Oh boy, you in for a treat.
All right, right, listen, huge rematch almost upon us. I feel like common consensus would give us the idea that Deontay Wilder comes into this fight with the mental advantage simply because of getting that win the first time around. How does Luis Ortiz approach this?
Well, knowing that he hurt him the way he did, that he was one punch away from dropping him, possibly knocking him out, winning the heavyweight championship of the world, you come in with that confidence and this time say, if I hurt you and when I hurt you, I will hurt you again. I will not let you off the hook.
Can he have that confidence knowing that he didn't manage to finish it in the first fight, Sean?
Well, I think he can, and I think Deontay Wilder has said it himself. I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds. You take away that 2 seconds, and Luis Ortiz is very much so in this fight. And I think that that's how the rematch is going to go.
How much credit do you give to Deontay Wilder for taking a tough fight like this against Luis Ortiz, a fighter that he had already beaten?
Yeah, I think it's a great fight, and a lot of credit to Deontay Wilder for taking this fight.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that right now, you can't question who Deontay Wilder is as a champion. For a champion to basically say, I'm going to fight someone that nobody wants to fight, even though I already beat him, put everything on the line just to prove who I am as a fighter. I think that's what he's out to do tonight.
Andy Ruiz, obviously the unified champion of the heavyweight division right now, but does the heavyweight division run through Deontay Wilder if he gets a win again tonight?
I don't know. I mean, I like to say yes. I like to say yes.
It
but
100%
I like to see,
does.
But I think, look, we got a man right here who's ready to step up.
I can't wait to get his
Andy's saying he's the champion. There's a lot of controversy who it goes through. Most people say Wilder, but this man would have something to say, and I'm sure Andy Ruiz would have something to say that's different.
Yeah, styles make fights, man. I think you got the perfect style to fight Deontay Wilder. So
make it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, my friends, it's time. We're ready. Let's send you down to Brian again.
Kate, everyone, thank you so much. Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz. Ortiz coming in much better physical condition this time around, weighing in at 236.5 pounds. He was 241.5 the first time around. Deontay Wilder, lean and mean, 6'7", 219.5 pounds. 34 years old, bronze medalist, 41-0-1, the one draw to Tyson Fury, a man that he put down twice. Here now with Lennox Lewis and Joe Goossen, and if you go back, you'll see through the history of the heavyweight division, only a few men have gone back and had a revenge win, whether it's us or off a win. It's happened several times. It's happened 3 times, though, by Lennox Lewis. It was Oliver McCall, Hasim Rahman, and it was also Evander Holyfield. Holyfield, of course, was a disputed, bogus draw that you came back and avenged. But what about this time around? Now, again, Wilder has said, hey, I know this guy very well. Should he be going after this man again after all the trouble he gave him?
Well, first he should take it easy. I mean, he should go out there and establish his jab, get his rhythm going, and then, move around, make sure he's not getting hit, and then come around with his right hand. Because he's got a powerful shot. Anywhere he hits anybody, he's going to hurt them. I've seen him hit people around the head, all different parts of the head, not even on the chin, and still knock them out.
What's the key to fighting a guy in a rematch?
Just staying composed. I mean, they're used to each other. They know each other's weaknesses. They know each other's strengths. So basically, to capitalize on each other's weaknesses.
You always wonder if 2 men fight again, will it be different? Will it be the same? Joe Goossen, what do you think?
Well, listen, I like the guy who won the last fight. He won the last fight for a reason. He knocked out Ortiz. Now, Ortiz is supposedly a different fighter and had a great camp. Well, we'll see if that plays out. But I like Wilder because of his patience in that first fight. I thought he boxed well, and he moved in the right direction, that he was landing his right hand. I just think, by the way, I did hear that he was working on a new secret weapon, as I'm just telling you just now, a big left hook. So he went to work on the left hook to add to his arsenal. I got that from inside the camp. So let's see if he puts that to use tonight.
He did use that a little bit, opened up the right hand a little bit.
Yeah.
Of course, you wonder now, will things change early? Wilder opened up from Ortiz. Into the tail of the tape right now, Luis Ortiz is trying to become the 2nd oldest heavyweight champion in history. George Foreman, of course, is the oldest, but Ortiz is 40, Wilder 34. Wilder with the height advantage, of course, a full 6'7", big reach advantage as well. Wilder and Ortiz, the rematch is coming up now. You can see the heavyweight atmosphere here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. electric atmosphere here in Las Vegas.
It's electric.
I am the next heavyweight champion of the world.
And this one is over.
I'm ready, I'm 100%.
My goodness, Luis King Kong Ortiz went over to Deontay Wilder.
I want to be champion. King Kong is back.
More than one chance of a lifetime. Luis Ortiz now gets a third. He had a bout lined up against Wilder, but failed a drug test. Then he got a shot at the title in 2018. Almost took out Wilder in a wild 7th round, but was eventually stopped in the 10th in that fight. I mentioned earlier, he has stayed busy, stayed on point. After leaving the ring that night, he's fought and has won 3 in a row. Tonight, at the age of 40, he gets another chance here under the bright lights at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
Yeah.
Ortiz did a full training camp away from home for the very first time. Trained with conditioning coach Larry Wade. He was 256 at the start of camp. He got down to 230. They said they let him eat, get back up to 236 plus. Said he loved being in camp, focused, healthy, and ready to go for his second chance at Deontay Wilder.
We all know it's not a secret no more. I have power. 41 and over 40 KOs. Every man stepping in the ring, I've knocked him out. King Kong got shit on me.
Well, there it is. Deontay said he had something special to march out to. I don't know how to describe that exactly, but he looks like some sort of medieval warlord entering here in Las Vegas tonight. And it has been a long road to glory for this man. He started boxing at 19, had a meteoric rise as an amateur, became an Olympic bronze medalist in 2008. He was brought along very slowly by his team. He was not rushed. By the time that he was ready and the time was right, he moved up, won a heavyweight belt, and he won that belt right here at the MGM nearly 5 years ago. He's in a very different position now. This is his second pay-per-view. He's expected to face Tyson Fury next year, rematch in that fight. Andy Ruiz is calling him out. Ruiz has to beat Joshua again, of course. And of course, everybody has to win, including Wilder, to keep this heavyweight train rolling. Tonight, though, is Deontay Wilder's night. 6'7", biggest puncher in the sport, and a very real threat will be in front of him. Tonight, Deontay Wilder comes into the ring like the king of the sport.
Damn, yo. He's all sparkling. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas as Premier Boxing Champions presents the Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Bomb Squad Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Mayweather Promotions, as sponsored by Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Twin Peaks Restaurants, eats, drinks, scenic views. Cover 180, rapid hydration when it counts. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, the president, Mauricio Sulaiman, judges at ringside, Eric Cheek, Dave Moretti, and Steve Weisfeld. All right, fans, here we go with a bout you've all been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing in a rematch for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, it's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with gray trim, fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Camagüey, Cuba. He weighed in at a ready 236.5 pounds. His record stands at 31 wins, 1 loss, with 26 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, looking to avenge his only loss and to become the first ever heavyweight world champion from Cuba. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting and fearsome heavyweight world contender, introducing Luis King Kong Ortiz. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, the longest reigning heavyweight world champion in boxing today, wearing gold trunks with white trim, fighting out of and representing his home of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He weighed in 219.5 pounds with a sensational record of 41 wins, no losses, and 1 draw. He has 40 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the U.S. Olympic bronze medalist and the acclaimed knockout artist, tonight making the 10th defense of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated, reigning and defending WBC heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder. And now here's our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Kenny Bayless.
Okay, gentlemen, if you know the rules in the dressing room, I want you to keep this fight clean at all times, play Olympia. And what I say, you must obey. Good luck to both of you, touch them up.
Second time around for Wilder and Ortiz. Ortiz said the important part for him was to stay composed. Deontay Wilder said, hey, I know this guy now. Take a look at the odds in this fight. Wilder at -550, Ortiz plus 400, the draw plus 2,800.